Hello, everybody. Welcome to LT Outdoors Sunday Night Live. I'm going to share this real quick on Facebook for anybody out there that wants to watch. Hopefully, you guys are all having a good week. All right. There we go. Hey, Bill, how you doing, buddy? Hey there, Neil. Hey, Lisa. You want to say hi to everybody, turd? Hey, Dave, how you doing, buddy? Did you ever send out that check, Dave? I know it's probably taking a while. How you doing, sis? Hey there, John. Go Lions. Yeah, another good win. What's up, Tony? Hey there, Barry. How you doing, buddy? All right, I thought you did, but it's just probably running late. I know everything's running late right now. You drop your bone, kid. Oh, I hope you guys are having a good week, though. It's been pretty good for me. Back on the ice, as you probably seen. So I couldn't be happier. I'm going to be busy ice fishing now for right up till thaw, and then once it starts thawing, I'll kick back into trapping mode. So lots of stuff to look forward to, though. Hey, Don, how you doing, buddy? I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Hey, Jen, Mark, and the grandkids. Hey, everybody, and congratulations, kids. You guys caught some nice fish today. Hey, thank you, Johnny. I'll tell you that is my favorite thing, man. Catching fish on the ice is such a blessing. If we ever come to the time where we lose ice altogether, I'm gonna be so sad because there's just something special about pulling those fish through a little hole like that. And I'm going to be planning a lot of that. I am going to be traveling this week, so it should be a beautiful week to do a lot of ice fishing. I'm going to try and do as much as possible, and I'm going to be traveling a bit. I'm going to be moving around and fishing some different counties. So, hey, Greg, how you doing, buddy? Hey there, Kendall. I'm not worried about it though, buddy. I'm not worried about it. It's not that bit of a thaw, really. I mean, we're gonna have what 4 days of warm weather, 4 or 5, but then at nighttime it's going to be cold every night. So it's actually going to be a good thing, I think, to have this warm up because it's going to get rid of it's going to start getting rid of snow. It ain't I know it ain't even going to get rid of the snow that we got right now, but it's going to help. It's going to get rid of some of it, and then the ice will be fine. The ice ain't going nowhere. It's going to take a lot more than a few days of 30s and low 40s to get rid of that ice. Hey Kurt, how you doing, buddy? The truck's doing good, Bill. We got the four-wheel drive going in it. So, yeah, Rick helped me out the other day. It was the crap, what do you call it? Rick will hop on and tell me, but it was what we thought it was, and it was nice to learn how to fix it. So, hey Elmer, thank you, buddy. Oh, I try and put more and more work into my ice videos and videos in general, but I really enjoy making the ice videos. So I'm trying to take my time when I'm editing and just try to make them as perfect as I can. Yep, the actuator. That's what it was, Bill. Thank you. Yeah, the actuator actually had a hole in it, so that was why. It definitely made sense. Hey Don, how you doing, buddy? How's the girls doing tonight? Which big waters you talking about, Mark? Because they're all the ones I know of already are. I mean, they're fishing Saginaw Bay right now. Hubbard Lake, I'm sure, is already walkable and everything because last week it was almost 3 inches last weekend. So I'm sure Hubbard's fine. The bigger lakes up north are fine. I think all the big lakes are good to go. Hey, Rick. Yep, go Lions. Hey, Jim, how you doing, buddy? Now, if you guys haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate it. I am gonna have a few auctions tonight. I wasn't gonna because not everything came that I wanted to come in the mail. The rest of it is actually gonna be here tomorrow. So if you guys win the auctions tonight, all the rest of the stuff that's coming for the auctions, you will win. You will get, in the mail. So I'm not gonna fish Fletcher's this year, Kendall. I'm not gonna. I fished it enough in the spring and summer, and the fish are stunted out there. I mean, there's a million baby bluegills. Even the crappies, everything I seen was tiny. It's I think too many people took too many big pike out of that lake, and the predators are just too low now to actually do anything. So until I see some improvement on the fish, I'm not going up there to Fletcher's. Yeah, there's a lot of people, but the fish, in my opinion, DGR, the fish suck too. I mean, it's not worth it. There's not that I haven't seen any good fish up there in a couple years. So, hey Scott, how you doing, buddy? Oh yeah, don't do it, Kendall. Yep, skip out on Fletcher's. And that's full honesty, man. Normally I would push it because I do, I love Fletcher's, but nope. I mean, I fished it a lot this year. There's a lot of good bass in there, but the panfish, there's just way too many. Way too many. There you go. Lisa knows. Yep. That's the thing too, Kendall. If you get up here and you want to fish out that way, stop into A1 Woods and Water there. That's Lisa Ferguson on here, and she'll tell you where to go. She can hook you up with some bait and lures and tell you right where to go. Thanks, Brad. How you doing, buddy? Hey there, Steve. Hey, Max. Congrats on the ice fishing, buddy. Max got out for his very first time ice fishing, and it's funny, his first time out, and he gets a mud puppy. I think that's amazing. It took me, I didn't catch my first mud puppy for so many years, and it's a neat thing to catch. So I really think that's cool. Grass is one of my favorites, Kendall. You won't hear me talk about it in videos much because I like to keep it under wraps, but it is a favorite of mine. So, yeah, there's a lot of. I'm actually going to the Saginaw River tomorrow, Scott. Yep, there's a lot of fish down there. Oh, sorry about that, Greg. It was great out there, but too many people were going out there, and they'll catch a big pike, or there's a lot of people that don't like pike. They'll catch them and think, oh, these are eating all our fish, and they'll throw them on the ice, just even if they're not going to eat them. And that's not the way to be. The pike need to be in the system. They are there for a reason. If they aren't in that water, they can't keep the panfish in check. You might think they're not doing much good, but they are. Without those pike in the water, the populations of panfish get ridiculous. And when they do, you're pretty screwed. It's harder to make a comeback on a lake when they get overpopulated than it is when they're underpopulated. Because when they're underpopulated, at least you can give it time to come back. But when it's overpopulated, there's not much you can do for it. You just got to hope that the predator populations come back and do some good. So um, I wasn't being that aggressive, John. My I was using a slower presentation, and you probably think it was aggressive because that tip is so light. You actually, on a really light tipped rod, you have to be aggressive because it takes that much more energy to make that lure actually bounce because that rod tip is going. So basically, if you have a rod tip that is extremely flimsy, you have to give it extra work. But as you've seen in all my videos, I kill I mean, I catch tons of crappies every year, so I've got that down pat. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Am I going to see you tomorrow, Paul? We're coming down. Yeah, he got a mud puppy. Yep. I think that's so cool. Hey, Uncle Rick says hi, Jammers. Her tail's just a going. You're such a turd. Jen says hi too. She'll probably see you this week, kiddo. Yeah, I'm not worried about that though, Scott, because by the ship down that way, I never do good on them. I catch too many. I mean, I love catching the little walleyes too, but you just catch a ton of little walleyes down that way. I found the further upriver you go this time of year, the more bigger ones you're going to find. So I'm not worried about that bridge at all. I mean, sure, it's a fun place to fish and it's neat scenery, but I'm not. I didn't want to go there. I've already got spots picked out up where we'll be heading to, so we'll be there in the morning. Thanks, John. Yeah, yep. You gotta. I mean, you gotta figure that. You have to give that extra pull with a flimsy tip to make it do anything. You have to do a lot more. If you had a stiffer rod, every little bit of movement you do is going to be a lot. So yeah, if you've got a stiff rod, sure, you got to be real careful with it to for them crappies. But with the flimsy stuff, definitely. Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy? Thanks, sis. If you guys haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. I see I got 50 of you watching right now, and only 22 thumbs up. You get off that counter. Now I know why my stuff's getting knocked down all the time. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad, Max. I'm glad I could help, brother. That's cool, man. Okay, sounds good, Dave. Yeah, we'll be down there. There's gonna be me, Paul, Officer Paul here is gonna be going down. We're meeting up with my friend Tom and Rick's riding with me. So yep, we'll be down there. Hey there, Joe. How you doing, buddy? We're gonna have an ice fishing auction tonight. I'll talk about that in just a minute here. I'm trying to catch up on everybody. Oh yeah, ice fishing's the best. It's my favorite, absolutely. Thanks, Rob. No, no, no. I like to go upriver, John. I get the bigger fish upriver. I think downstream there's gonna be more little fish than anything. I actually didn't watch it, Mike. I knew they won, but I don't watch football, man. All right. As far as the auctions go tonight, guys. Now, Don Robinson was nice enough. I mentioned it last weekend, but a couple weeks ago, he sent me money to go and buy stuff from Widowmaker Lures and Freedom Baits so that I could auction it off. So, what I'm doing tonight, I've got three different auctions here that are going to happen. All these are Freedom Baits. There's, what was it, 12 packs of Freedom Baits. They're all my favorites. They come with decals. You got two of them come with decals for Freedom Baits. One of them comes with a Widowmaker decal. And then also with these 12 packages of Freedom Baits, you're going to get 16 packages of lures. I picked out 16 of my favorite Widowmaker jigs. So, and there's two in a pack. So that's a lot of jigs. You're going to get a lot of jigs. So whoever wins these auctions, I'm going to have three separate auctions. Remember, the jigs didn't come yet. They're going to be here tomorrow. So as soon as they come in the mail, I'm going to ship you out all this. You're going to get 12 packs of plastics and 16 packages of lures. It's going to be a whole giant fishing kit, and you're going to be able to, I mean, you could use just this and the jigs and catch fish all winter long. You don't need nothing else. So, yeah, yeah. Last ice season was like 3 days. I was so sad. I really think this season's going to be fine. We're building ice so quickly right now with the cold nights and stuff, and with the wind chills that even with some rain in the 30s, high 30s and low 40s, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to get cold again, and yeah. Okay, sounds good, Max. Yeah, yeah. Text me and I'll send you coordinates to where I'm at. Yeah, thank you very much, Don. It was a great, great donation. He sent me the money to order all this stuff. So, yep, we got, like I said, 16 packages each of the jigs and 12 packages each of the plastics. So, yeah, whoever wins these auctions, you're going to have a ton of stuff. So, yeah, lots and lots of stuff. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I had fun with it too because I mean, I love their stuff. So when I ordered from them, I love seeing all their brand new tackle. And I ordered, as far as the jigs go, the 16 packages of jigs. I ordered all of my favorites. You guys are going to get the new dragonflies, the new bug one that they made. It's going to have all my favorites, all my favorite colors, all my favorite types. The shrimp, scud missile. I mean, you're going to get them all. So yeah, the ice will last for sure, Nikki. We're gonna be up towards the Zilwaukee, Barry. I got a spot up there that we're gonna be by. No, I did try it the other day, Don. And I'm going to tell you this, I don't like the bug as far as using it with a plastic. Now, the bug is a standalone kind of lure. I guarantee I could, because it's got a hair on the end, I could drop that down even with those crappies and just catch fish one after another with no bait and no plastic. That's what that lure is made for. You put a plastic on there, it bunches up the nice fuzzy tail and messes it all up. It's not made for that. So with me having to push for freedom baits right now and everything else, I don't want to use a lure that I am taking away from that. I want to advertise for as many people as I can and show just how good things are. So I probably won't be using those right away. I'll probably use them in the spring. Yeah, yep, I heard there's a lot of them, but yeah, the current I was told that, which I don't understand, Scott. It's gotta be from the wind, is the only thing I can think of is that wind, because I know, which doesn't make sense, but trust me, it happens on the Saginaw River. I don't understand it, but you get the wrong wind and you will actually get current up the river and down the river from the winds. It's weird, but it happens. But yeah, I'm sure we're gonna need some of the heavier jigging wraps and puppet minnows and stuff tomorrow. I prefer using the light stuff. Thanks, Gemma. I prefer using the light stuff that it's gonna be too fast for that. So Hog Alley is a nice area for sure. Oh yeah, the jigs are awesome for perch. Yep, absolutely, Max. Yeah, every one of the jigs that'll be in tonight's auction could be great for perch. That's true, John. Yep, yep. Last year, well, not last year because we only fished it once, but the year before when I fished it a lot, that river's weird like that. You'll go through stints where it might slow down for 20 minutes and then, you'll have perfect jigging and then all of a sudden it speeds up. You got to switch to a heavier lure again. It's a weird, weird river, but to me, there's nothing like it. I think everybody in the state should experience that river system because Gemma, you're loud. There are just millions of walleyes that come through there. And even though there are a lot of small ones, it's fun. I've heard people complain about the shorts, right? Who cares? 10 to 12-inch walleyes, that's a good fight nonetheless. I mean, it's still have some heft to pull up through the ice and on an ice rod, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, you'll never see me complain about catching a ton of them. And when you're catching a whole bunch of little ones and you've got the chance to hook into a big one, it's even better. You just never know. So yep, it's uh it's a lot of fun down there. It sure would be nice, John. It sure would be nice. I figured you'd have a lot of ice down there, Rob. It's been definitely cold down there. Huh, man, you should go set up right in front of that beach that's right there on Gillett's Lake Road, that little, park beach thing. Because I went out in front of there when I lived down there, man. There's a lot of catfish in front of where the swim hole out there is. I dropped the camera the one day down there, and there was so many cats and big red ears and stuff. It was pretty cool. I can see the hearts, Greg. Yep. Yep. I don't know if that's you or anybody else. It doesn't tell me who, but I can see whenever somebody hits hearts and things like that, I can see it. Um, well, you figure, Joe, they're going to be tungsten. Most they're ice jigs, so it's mostly 5 millimeter. I don't know weight wise. There's 5 millimeter tungsten and four. I did grab a few 4 millimeters. I try not to go that small because you guys see I just kill it on the fives. But I did throw a few fours in there as well, especially because like with the plastics, I threw some of the micro. These are my favorites of the micros is the white Apache. These things are just awesome. So I threw a pack in there. So with these, you're going to want a 4 mil. You're going to want a small tungsten for that. It's going to be cool. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep, definitely would be good for a kid. Um, A1 Woods and Water. You can she's in Hillman up there, so it's actually right near right near Fletcher's Pond, and it's on the way to Grass Lake. So if you're heading there, stop in Hillman at A1 Woods and Water. It's a big tackle shop. I mean, it's beautiful. It's probably, in my opinion, as far as tackle shops I've been in around the area, it's probably the biggest one up here. And that's not a joke. It's a big, beautiful store. They have a ton of tackle. They got hunting stuff. I mean, they got a good mix of everything. But it is a gorgeous store. They got a cute dog in there that you just can't help but play with. So it's just a nice place to go into. So yeah, when you're up that way, definitely swing into A1 Woods and Water. Talk with Lisa, and yeah, you'll see. She'll hook you up. Yeah, you know where I mean. Yep. If you go there, Rob, right? Because that's why they go there. It's a swimming hole, so it's a hole. It's deeper than you're a turd, Gemma. It's deeper than most of the places around it. There's a nice shallow flat straight out in front of it, but that swimming hole itself, a lot of the fish move into that when it ices up. So it's a good place to go for sure. You definitely want to check that out, especially with the camera. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. A lot of you hitting the heart. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, see, that's the problem, Elmer. Yep. When it's probably overpopulated, more than likely. I mean, there is a chance sometimes the small ones, because like I mentioned in my last video, the big bluegills and the small bluegills will school up together. So if you're catching one after another little bitty gills, move, because chances are that's all that's there is just a ton of little bitty bluegills. But if you start catching them, 7 inchers, 7 and up are usually around the same age class, and they will be in the same groups together. So usually if I catch a 7 incher, I'm good to go and I'll sit in that spot. So oh, tackle shops are great. Yeah. Yeah, and dogs, man. You can't, yeah, tackle shops and dogs, you can't beat it. It's a great place to go. So yeah, it's nice. I enjoy going in there just to look at stuff, but the dog, every time we see the dog, it's just a great time. So yeah, yeah, the pike, I was told, I don't know, I mean, Lisa might know more about this, but I was told that there was a pike tournament or something out there, or Rick told me that at one point they had like a no size limit on Fletchers, which I didn't hear about, but things like that, man, whenever whenever people are pushed to target those pike, they'll take them out of that system without thinking twice. They don't think conservation. And if you don't keep that in the back of your mind when you're keeping fish, you just have a good chance of ruining things. I mean, bluegills and crappie and all that, they need predators. It's like anything else. It's like as a trapper, things need to be thinned or else it all gets destroyed. If something gets overpopulated, it's just a cause for problems. So now humans, on the other hand, I wish if we got overpopulated, we were, stunted, but my stomach proves otherwise. Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy? Oh, good. I'm glad you had fun. Vinetton's always great. I love Vinetton. Yep, I'll be going out there soon. Yeah, yep, there's micros in the Freedom Baits Pro Pack. All the plastics in here, guys. I'll show you right now this is what I got for Freedom. And again, when you guys, whoever wins the auctions tonight, you get all of these. There's 12 packages of Freedom Baits, and you'll get 16 packages of Widowmaker jigs. I don't have them right now. They're coming in the mail tomorrow. They were running late. So sadly, I couldn't show them off tonight. They're awesome, though. They're all different. I ordered a whole bunch of different ones. So when you get it, you're going to be excited. You're going to have a huge mixed bag of all the best lures. So you're going to like it. Ruby's doing good. Yeah, she likes to lay around. She's sleeping in the chair. Oh, no problem, Brad. No problem. You have a good night, buddy. Get well soon. Hey, Brian, how you doing, buddy? Now, this is one of the micros in the kit is the Apache. You've got the purple Apache, I know there's a white Apache, the Frogman. You get the bubblegum Frogman, which is one of my favorites. Um, the bubblegum Hellcat, which is excellent. You get the Frost Frogman, which you guys know that's my favorite. Um, the Bonita, the red Bonita. Now I use the Bonita. You'll see it in my next video, which is Wednesday. I slay some more crappies and big bluegills on the Bonita. I couldn't believe it, but bluegills will smash these Bonitas. So it's really great. White Bonita is excellent. The white Apache that I showed you earlier, that's the other really micro one. Closest place to Bay City. Actually, what sucks right now, I'm going to try and get them into Frank's Mitten State. I'm going to go stop at Frank's tomorrow and talk to them because as of right now, the only place downstate that you can get them is Sportsman's Direct, which is in Detroit or down Detroit area. There's 2 locations, I guess, but those are the only places downstate right now that has them. I'm trying to get them in more places. I'm going to talk to Frank's tomorrow and try to get them in because they're obviously great tackle, great bait. I've killed with them, so I'm gonna try. But as for right now, there's only a couple places up here that have them, Mitten State. So my best bet for you is to order online, and I have a discount code too that can save you some money. So other one on here, guys, is the white Hellcat, and I've got the pumpkin Hornet, which is another micro Hornet. The discount code's at the end of my video, but it's just it's capital L, capital T, Outdoors. LToutdoors. Just go to freedombaits.com. That's baits with a Z, and you can see what they got on there. And they even have my Pro Pack. They have you can click on my Pro Pack. It's got all my favorites right in there with it. So, you'll see, Scott. I'm going to get plenty of them. I'm gonna get plenty of them, man. Minnow heads are overrated, especially walleyes. Okay, walleyes they're not coming up and getting a taste of it. They're not. They're not nibbling at it and tasting it. And even if they were, these things are infused. They're not. They don't have scent on them. They are infused with it. So if a fish does hit it, they're getting a good taste and they're coming back for more. And as far as walleyes go, they are a fast. They're gonna hit just once, or maybe twice, but they're just smashing it. It's an instinct bite. It's an anger bite. They're not coming up and just screwing around with it like a bluegill or a perch might. They are swallowing it. So if they're gonna hit a minnow head, they're gonna hit anything else. So it'll work. I got white frogman in there too. It's hard to see. It's so bright. And then I've got the Frost Bonita. Now, I chose the Frost Bonita, the red Bonita, and the white Bonita because all 3 of those, if you ask me, look the most like a real minnow in the water. So they work great, though. You guys will love them. Yeah, the Apaches are awesome. The Apache's definitely one of my favorites. And like I said, 2 of the auctions tonight come with a Freedom Baits decal, and the 3rd auction tonight comes with a Widowmaker decal. And again, not just these plastics, you also get 16 packages of Widowmaker jigs. So nope, I won't, Don. I'm on the Saginaw. I'm going to be using the tuned up custom Precision, which is it's the next size up from the Precision Noodle. It's a more solid rod. It doesn't have a whole lot of bend to it. It's got enough where you can see that hit on the tip, which is all you need for walleye and perch. But at the same time, especially for walleye, you got to be able to get that solid hook set. So if you're out there with a panfish rod, chances are you're going to miss and lose a whole lot of walleye because they got such a tough mouth, and when you barely hook them, any of that, if they can pull back and that rod tip just bounces, that's just more slack for them to throw that hook. So I will be using the Precision tomorrow, though. That will be my first time with that. You're welcome, Mitten State. You're welcome. All day, dude, rainbows and anything. Yep. We do, as far as around me, there's not, I can't, obviously I can't name trout lakes on here because that's like a no-no in the fishing trade, but there is one lake up here, or two actually, that have trout, but they are very long walks in the woods. And with the snow, we still have almost 30 inches of snow, so I would not recommend the mile to 2 mile walks. But there is, if you go further north up by Lewiston area, there are lakes up that way that have trout too, and it looks like you can park by them. So that's my plan this week, is to head up and fish some lakes around Lewiston. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, the LT Pro Pack is perfect. I've got all my favorite plastics in that Pro Pack, and we're gonna try and make a new one coming up this spring. That'll be my own Pro Pack open water. That'll have all my favorite, like Barracuda and Ring of Fire and stuff in it. Yep, that's all I do, Max. Yeah, like oh, I don't know if I got one here or not. Probably not. Well, yeah, I could do something like this. I probably don't have a jig and wrap. Well, I do got something like that. When you're fishing, especially in the Saginaw River, a lot of times this is not a jigging wrap. I don't even remember what brand this is, but you're fishing a lure that's like this. It's a jigging wrap style. All I do is I put a plastic on that bottom hook, just on one hook. And the best way to do it is to find a plastic that looks like a minnow head, because you throw a minnow head on there, it's pretty much a guarantee they're going to smash it. So I like to pick a plastic that looks like a minnow head. The Frogman is absolutely perfect for that. It looks like a minnow head. The little appendages could be guts. It works great. So tomorrow I'm probably going to be using the Frogman. I also have a brand new bait that they made that I can't show you quite yet on the market, but I'm going to be testing that out tomorrow too. So, but that's all you do on these jig and wrap style lures. Max, you just put a, you should try this yourself down there, but just put a minnow head, just the head on one of the hooks, and you'll be amazed, man. Perch especially, they smash. Yep, the ice is safe, and I mean, no, you know how it is, Brian. No ice is always perfectly safe, but yes, there is somebody that fell through today, um, and didn't make it on Saginaw Bay. I don't know much about the details, but there was a life lost out there today. So again, when you get out there and do things like that, guys, make sure you use caution, use your normal safety. Just be careful. But there is ice on Saginaw Bay. There was hundreds of shanties out there today, but you got to know your limits. I mean, don't go if there's nobody miles out. Don't go driving out there to test it yourself. I mean, it's pretty much common sense. But hey there, John. Cool, man. I'm glad. Yeah, it was a good week for fishing altogether. So, oh, that's cool. Yeah, Osceola is a good county. Yep. On as far as the hooks go, Mitten State, like if you're one of the guys that win the auction tonight by chance, um, I don't have any with me, but I'm usually using 5 millimeter tungstens, and I mean the hooks are small. Basically, with these plastics, you only want the hook to go halfway through, which is kind of how I like it with any plastic. I always want the hook to go at least halfway through the body to get the right hook set, because in my opinion, if it doesn't go halfway, you've got a better chance of losing it. So basically, you can see how tiny that is. The hook is not very big on my tungstens because I only get it halfway through that hornet. But again, this hornet's a great bait too because it looks like a perfect wiggler imitation in the water. um, I'm probably going to be in Pinconning on Wednesday, John. You're welcome, Max. Yeah, the drunken dizzy with a minnow head, absolutely. Especially if you don't got current. The drunken dizzy is an epic lure on any lake, and it's not going to work that great in the Saginaw River because there's too much current and that it's just not heavy enough. It's a heavier bait, but it's just not heavy enough for something like that. But if you're on a lake, pond, anything like that, the drunken dizzy is really awesome. You could use a minnow head on the bottom of that hook, just like I just showed you on just one of the hooks, or you could throw a plastic on there too and do just as good. Um, All right, it is after 7:30, so I'm gonna do the auctions now. Get them out of the way here. Um, Again, guys, there's gonna be, even though I can't show you the lures because they won't be in the mail till tomorrow, as soon as they come in the mail, I will ship them to you. So anybody that wins tonight, you're going to have them shipped out Tuesday. Guaranteed. All right. You're going to get 12 packs of plastics, of my favorite plastics, and you're going to get 16 packs of Widowmaker lures. And they come two in a pack. So that is a lot, a whole lot of lures. So I will start things off with this pack here, the one that I showed you earlier. They all have the same amount of lures. They all got the 12 in them. They all got the same colors and same ones. So this is the one I'm going to start with right now. And this one comes with the Freedom Baits decal as well. So you can rock that on the back window of your vehicle or on a boat, whatever you want to do. So that's what we're going to start with. If anybody wants to bid, we're going to start with this right now. Again, 12 packs of plastics, and you'll get 16 packages of Widowmaker jigs. So it's really a killer deal. Rob put in at 25. Rick jumps in at 50. We're at 50 bucks right now, guys. 50 bucks. That is 12 packs of plastics and 16 packages of jigs. Lisa comes in at 55. Max in at 60. We're at 60 bucks, guys. 60 bucks. 12 whole packs of plastics, and these things last. The other day when I caught those crappies in that last video, I only used one frogman and I caught like 30 fish. So they work great. 75. Mark come in for McKinley here at 75. How you doing, buddy? We're at 75 right now. 75, guys. That's for, again, 12 packs of plastics, all the best plastics from Freedom Baits. And you get 16 packages, all mixed, really awesome jigs from Widowmaker Lures. They will be here tomorrow. I will ship out on Tuesday. We're at 75 right now. Mark's got 75 on this, and they come with a nice Freedom Baits decal. So we're at 75 right now, guys. 75. 75. I don't know if Troy was putting in for 76 or what, but we're at 75 right now. 75, guys. 75 bucks right now for, again, 12 packs of plastics and 16 packs of lures. How you doing tonight, Troy? We're at 75. Hey there, Rodney. Nice. Very nice, man. Glad you got them. They work great. I'm telling you guys, if you use these, you will have no need again for live bait. And there is every kind in here that you could imagine. Really, if any situation, you don't need live bait. So we're at 75 bucks right now. Unless Troy meant 76, I'm not quite sure. But I think we're at 75 right now. You have that decal on the truck. It's nice. Yep. Oh, Troy jumped it up. We're at 80. Hey, thanks, Troy. 80 bucks right now, guys. 80 bucks. That's 12 packs of plastics, 16 packages of Widowmaker lures. And like I said, the Widowmaker, I threw in all my favorites, and you got the new ones too. You have the Dragonfly. You've got the new bug one. You've got the shrimp, um, the Scud missile. You've got all the best. So we're at 80 bucks right now, guys. 80 bucks. Going to let it go for another 15 seconds. 80 bucks for all these plastics, and then you get all those jigs as well. We're at $80 right now, guys. 80 bucks. Oh, that's cool, Rodney. I'm hoping to do this stuff more often. Yeah, I'm really glad that that Don hooked me up with these. So, all right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congrats, Troy. Much appreciated. Now I gotta ask, because of the name, Troy, are you related to Mark and Jen? I'm guessing because Jen just called you Troy boy. Congratulations, though. You're gonna love them. I don't know if you've used these before, Troy, but they're absolutely great. All right. Next up here, I'll mix it up just a tad. This next one will be the one with the Widowmaker lures decal. So the next one, oh, he's your brother? Okay. Hey, Troy. I'll have to meet you one of these days. Um, right now we're at the Widowmaker one, and again, next one will be Freedom Baits decal, but the Widowmaker decal is pretty sweet. So again, this has the same amount of plastics. This has the 12 packs of plastics, and you'll get 16 packages of tungsten jigs. Really great tungsten jigs. We're at 55 right now. Rick's comes in at 55, 60. Lisa's at 60. 60 bucks right now. 60 bucks. Did you ever get your order in from Freedom, Lisa? I did throw you on. You're going to be on the next advertisement, so I'm excited about that. 60 bucks right now, guys. 60 bucks. Oh, that's cool, Barry. Glad to hear that, man. They work great. Max comes in at 75. Just beat you there, Mark. We're at 75 right now. Max is at 75. That's for 12 packs of plastics, 16 packs of lures. Lisa's at 85. You keep getting beat there, Mark. 85. Lisa's at 85 right now. 85 bucks. That's for you get your 12 packs of plastics and 16 packages of Widowmaker lures. So we're at 85 bucks right now, guys. 85. 85 bucks. And you get this nice Widowmaker decal, which is cool. So I'll probably be seeing you this week, Lisa, because I plan on heading up that way. I'm not sure if Don's still on here, but I want to head up his way and fish, do some fishing. So, oh, it's a cool, I mean, it's a really nice decal. The Widowmaker is definitely one of my favorite decals. All right, 85 bucks. I'm going to let it go for just 15 more seconds. $85. Again, you get 12 packs of plastics and 16 packages of jigs. $85 right now, guys. And again, I apologize if my timing is wrong because my clock is still doing the same thing. It freezes. So I'm trying to kind of time in my head. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. You got him, Lisa. Congrats. Like I said, the Widowmakers will be here tomorrow, so I will ship them out to you as soon as they come. There's Don. He's still on here. Yeah, I want to head up your way for sure this week. I don't know what you got going on, Don, but it's supposed to be really nice. And the wind is supposed to die down after Tuesday, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all supposed to be calm. Now, when it's not very often ice fishing that you get a calm week. So when you do, take as much advantage of it as you can. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and fish every single day during those cold or those nice calm days. So should have a ton of content coming out, guys. It should be really good. Hey Bob, how you doing, buddy? Hey there, Gypsy. Oh yeah, yep, she's gonna like them. She has some in her store. She actually, like I said, she's Lisa's got the A1 Woods and Water there in Hillman. So if you're up that way in Hillman, make sure you stop in and at least stop in to see her dog because cute puppy. But make sure you go there and do that. But she's got Widowmaker lures in there, and she will be carrying Freedom baits. She's going to be one of the only shops now with Freedom baits. So far, it's Sportsman's Direct downstate. Mom and Pop's One Stop has some, and she's going to have a bunch. So yeah, make sure you guys swing in there and check them out. All right, guys. Last one up here on the chopping block. Hey there, PA. How you doing? All right, this one, they're sliding out. This one comes with the Freedom Baits decal instead of the Widowmaker. So again, this one comes with 12 packs of plastics and the Freedom Baits decal. Good, I'm glad you're doing good, PA. Rick jumps in at 55. 55 bucks right now, guys. 55 bucks. Mark jumps right fast to 75. 80. Max is at 80. 80 bucks. 80 bucks, guys. That's for 16 packages of tungstens and 12 packs of plastics. Like I said, with these, this stuff right here is all you would need all winter to catch anything. I've caught everything from steelhead to walleye, panfish of all kinds. We're at 85 right now. Mark's at 85. 85 bucks, guys. All the best plastics and all the best tungsten jigs. We're at 85 right now. $85. It's a heck of a deal. Those tungsten jigs are great. Like I said, I ordered a whole mix. You're going to have a bit of everything that Widowmaker has to offer, and great sizes. I ordered 5 mil, 4 mil, and all the best colors. So yeah, you're going to love them. So Mark right now is at 85. We're at 85 bucks, guys. $85. I'm going to let it sit for another 15 seconds here. Mark's at 85 bucks. 85 bucks. That's for 12 packs of plastics, 16 packs of lures. And Mark, I know we're going to be fishing this week too, for sure. Oh, it's going to be, like I said, beautiful from Wednesday on. So we got to do some planning for sure. 85 bucks right now, guys. We're at 85. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's yours, Mark. Congrats. Thank you guys for bidding. I appreciate it. Sold. Yeah, you guys are gonna love these though. They're really great lures and great plastics. Jen's gonna be using them for sure. On the tungsten, Don, they're a little more difficult because obviously the tungsten hooks are so small. Try and get it on there though as straight as you can. Thread it on like you would a worm. You want that bonita. I don't want to open a pack of these ones, or I would. But you want it to be straight. Basically, if you're using like one of the regular tungstens where it sits sideways in the water with the hook up, just put that bonita on there straight so that it looks like a minnow in the water, and you'll be amazed how much that tail moves when you jig it. It looks so much like a real minnow, and they slam it. Really great for perch too. Yeah, thank you too, Don. Don Robinson was the one that donated all this stuff. He sent me the money last week to order things from Widowmaker and Freedom Baits. So he made this all possible. Huge thanks there to Don again for donating to this, because it was not only fun for me to order. I always like buying baits, but it was fun too to get this stuff going, and it's going to be nice to have this stuff in people's hands so they can get some fish too. Raccoons, PA. I got the top I got on raccoons for a extra large was $8, fleshed and dried. The lowest I got for a small coon, fleshed and dried, was 50 cents. So there's a big gap in there. But for the biggest, best looking coons that you can possibly get, you're looking at about $8. So more than welcome to open your pack. All right. Well, I will open them then. I'll open a pack of bonita just to give you an idea then of how I'm talking about hooking up. And I should have, yeah, I do. I got a jig right here actually on my desk. I always got random things laying around here. Oh, where's the bonitas? There they are. Okay, now these are the white bonitas that we're talking about here, guys. And this is just a random tungsten jig that I had chilling on my desk. Not a Widowmaker. I'm not sure whose that is, but I'm going to open this pack up and I'm going to show you here real quick. This is how you hook these things on. In fact, I'm going to throw this jig into your package too, Mark, so you'll get a free jig out of the deal. This guy was just kind of chilling here. Again, thread it on the best you can. You want it to be as straight as you can, just like that, Don. Now you can see just from me shaking and from the little bit of wiggle from my thumb, that bait is going crazy, and I'm not trying to jig it. That's just from my nerves. So you can imagine when you're actually jigging that in the water, how realistic that minnow tail actually looks. It's really unbelievable. In my opinion, Bonita is probably one of the coolest plastics on the market for ice fishing. And last year I didn't have any to play with, so in my opinion, I would have thought anytime I would have thought that was too big because that's a pretty big bait profile, especially for bluegills. You'd be amazed though. The other day, you'll see in my next video, I decided to drop one of these babies down the same crappie lake, and I was catching mostly big bluegills on this thing, and I was so shocked. I did catch a lot of crappie. I caught bass. I caught pike. Anything would hit these, but the bluegills, they come in and smash it, and they were swallowing it. They were really swallowing it. So it was epic. Yeah, these things are great for everything, and I'll probably be using some of these down tomorrow on a maybe a big tungsten jig. I'll probably use their one of their large cannonballs or something down there. But yeah, there you go, buddy. You got the jig in there. So from Chicagoland, how you doing, Don? Hope you're doing good there, buddy. Yeah, thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. But that is exactly how that's how you want to rig it. You basically want to make sure your bait looks as realistic as you can. So, if you were to hook that thing too far and make it on a weird angle, it's not going to look like a real minnow in the water. You want that to look like a minnow. I feel the same way with any plastic, even the hornets and that. You want to rig them to where they look like a real bug in the water. That's what you're shooting for. Yeah, the action is nuts. I mean, that was just I don't shake too bad, but that's just the nerves in my thumb making it do that. Sorry to hear that, Don. I'll be praying for you, man. Getting expensive to fish. Well, I mean, that's actually a heck of a deal. You figure 80 bucks, this is enough plastics to last you. Like I said, I caught at least 30 panfish, pike, and bass the other day on one frogman. On one frogman. All these plastics here could last you 2, 3 years. Even fishing hard, if you fish these right, you could last a long, long time with them. And tungstens, anybody that ice fishes, that you're not you're not going to lose a lot of jigs. The only time you really lose a lure through the ice is if a pike bites it off. You're not getting snagged all the time like you would in the summer. It's just not like that. So with this deal where you just got 12 packs of lures and 16 whole packages, two in a package of Widowmakers, that is a ton. You're going to have 30 something jigs, and it's going to be nuts. So thanks, Ian. Yeah, I could probably could start doing more. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be nothing for me to set up here, just keep a jig handy and show them off. Hey there, Lonnie. I am, Don. Not this winter. I'm not, because my new thing for this winter was the steel gator grabber, which I'm still like they were using them today. Jen and Mark were using them, and the grandkids got some nice pike on them, and they're awesome. They're really a great lure to have. Now in the springtime, I am gonna have um, I am gonna have a new and improved pig pounder, which is gonna be really nice. It's gonna be with a whole new um, it's going to be with a whole new plastic, and it's going to be a little bigger profile, so it's going to be for bigger ones. Mitten State, I just put her on there. It's all one word, capital L, capital T, and then outdoors. That's the discount, gets you 10% off site wide from Freedom Baits. And it's the same thing for, well, Widowmaker lures. I also have a code, but that one's capital L, capital T, capital O. So, oh, geez. That tooth fairies, man, that The tooth money must be up, man. I'm gonna have to get into that trade. See if I can find a tutu. You're welcome, Mitten. No, no, I don't. It's funny, Paul. I have tried it before many times down there. Never had a hit, man. I have set tip ups on the bottom. I had them not only with live minnows, but I tried them with, yeah, right. I'll start pulling them for 20 bucks. Heck, but yeah, they're on the river. I don't know why. I just never do good on tip ups down there. I'm just going to be jigging, man. I'm going to hole hop more than anything down there tomorrow. If you didn't hear earlier, tomorrow, me and Rick are going to drive down to the Saginaw River, and we're going to be hole hopping and stuff. And we'll be down there. Officer Paul's going to meet up with us, as well as my friend down there is going to meet up and drop off a shanty. Actually, he donated a shanty for the channel, which is pretty awesome. His name's Tom. So I am going to have a new shanty coming. It's going to be an insulated hub that's a little bigger than the one I've been using. So, which will be perfect because my biggest problem, guys, and the reason I haven't been taking both my dogs lately is because I need Ruby has sensitive feet. Okay, she can't be on bare ice. Yes, I have the puzzle pieces, which works, but I feel bad if she's having to lay on it. I bought them a cot type thing just for the dogs, but I can't fit that in the shanty that I'm in now. The shanty that I'm getting though, it's going to be good for them. So I'll have them. Oh, I bet, Kendall. You've done okay on jaw jackers. See, it's weird. I just never had a bite. I'd be slaying walleye all around me, jigging holes. But when I had tip ups, I'd pull those tip ups up at the end of the day with still live bait on them. It's just weird. But oh, geez. Yeah, it's not good to hide a. I used to do that. My first phone that I lost was kind of tucked up in the shanty and did the same thing. I learned not to do that. Oh heck yeah, man! Have to punch a bunch. I did. I wanted to tell you guys too before everybody gets off tonight. If you haven't already hit that thumbs up, I appreciate it. I'm gonna have a new underwater camera. Okay, I wanted to talk about this. I did get rid of my other one. I got rid of the AquaView HD 10i Pro, which was that giant one that I had. The reason I got rid of that is it was too big, too bulky, and it burned up battery so fast that I was always having to carry with me a deep cycle. I had to carry this heavy, heavy deep cycle battery everywhere I went to use that dang underwater camera. So now I have a AquaView HD 7i coming this week. So when that gets here, I'll be using the camera a whole lot more. I know you guys like to see those underwater videos. I love to hole hop, which makes it tough because you can't really hole hop with a camera. But I'll start doing videos where I'm set up with the camera and get some good videos because it's always fun to see the fish come in and smash stuff. So, oh yeah, thumpums, yeah, yep. It's not cheap, man. Yeah, not cheap. I mean, and if you buy these, online and stuff, it's still a lot cheaper than these other companies. And in my opinion, and I'm not saying this because I'm with them, I have used thumpums. I've used what was the other one? It's the same brand as my reel. I don't know why I'm not clicking right now, but I used a whole bunch of different ones last year before I got with these guys. I didn't like them. I didn't. But these right here, you've seen it, man. Proof's in the pudding. I tear it up with these things. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of blast. Yeah, phones. It's like phones are magnetic with holes, man. If a phone hits the ice, it's almost a guarantee it's just gonna bloop, take a water slide right on down. Hey there, 906. How you doing, buddy? I figured you had quite a bit of ice up there now. That's cool, man. I'd like to get up there myself. Oh, I bet that does help, Lonnie. Yep. I bet that does. Because I think that's the thing on the river. I don't think those fish, because they're always moving, because there's always that, even if the current slows, there's always some current. I don't think they like to pick up stuff that's just laying on the bottom. So yeah, I think the jigging probably does help. Hey Tom, how you doing, brother? I do, Neil. Actually, I have one here. Robert Emmerich bought me one last year and had it sent to me. I have a pretty nice Mags custom rod. It's got LT Outdoors on the thing, but I've only used mine for trout fishing because I'm with Tuned Up now, so I'm gonna be fishing nothing but the 13 fishing. Thanks, Kendall. I didn't like them. I didn't do that good with plastics as I did with Freedom. So, but yeah, Mags is a good rod company for sure. Yeah, Freedom Baits, I think the reason they're so great, they have not only are they infused with scent instead of just having it poured on the outside so it diminishes in the water, they're infused. So any fish that comes up and gets a bite of that bait, they're going to want to keep coming for more because it's literally infused with awesome taste. But other than that, they are soft. They are one of the softest baits on the market. And for being so soft, you wouldn't think they'd be so durable. Yeah, you can rip them pretty easy if you try to tear them apart, but a fish, you can catch so many fish on one bait and it'll amaze you. I mean, they're just really durable, great sunglasses. Yeah. I would I've always wanted to be a sunglass guy, but wearing glasses, it kind of takes it away from me. So I think so too, Don. Yep, the HD7 I think is going to be perfect for me. It's supposed to last 7 hours on the battery that comes with it, and I do have uh, I bought a Dakota lithium battery a couple years ago, and it wouldn't. I mean, it would run that big camera for about an hour and a half, so I should get at least 3 hours out of the seven. Oh, that's great, Paul. That's what I want to hear. I know I was mentioning to Rick the past couple years, people have been getting more and more sturgeon in the Saginaw River just accidentally, and I would lose it, man, if I caught even just a little like 17, 18-inch sturgeon would just be phenomenal. Oh, I'd love to, Ryan. I'm hoping pretty soon I can because we got the truck fixed as far as four-wheel drive goes. Now I just have to the tires go flat all the time. So I got to get some new tires. They're a good company, Neil. They're a good company. Um, Look at the company that I'm with too, though, Tuned Up Custom Rods. Make sure you check them out, especially the precision that I've been using and the precision light that I used in my video because if you watch my last ice video, man, that tip was so perfect. Ultra green tip. It's a great. It's called the Precision Noodle. It's a really good one. I don't use a loop knot. As far as jigs go, well, especially because I'm using the inline reels. If you're using an inline reel, it doesn't do as much because a lot of times the jigs and stuff get twisted up and it messes them up. But if you're using the inline, they don't get twisted so much. And the loop knot, you can get a little more bounce out of it if you do a loop knot, but you really don't need that. You don't need that. Oh, jeez, that ain't no good, Dave. I seen your email, Don, but I don't know what I would do about that, man. I mean, I definitely don't agree with people putting crap in their yards to kill weeds because I know it ruins the lakes too, but I just don't know. I don't know what I could do for that system. I mean I don't know your lake. I've never been there. I know I've been invited, but I just don't know your area. A rogue phone holder. Yeah, make sure you check them out. Tuned Up Custom Rods. The Precision Noodle is the best panfish rod I've had. So, no, I don't have a code yet for Tuned Up. I'm hoping that I will soon. I'm really hoping I have one soon, but I don't right now. Nope, never have, Greg. But I mean, we don't have them up here. In my entire life living in Oscoda, I've only heard of one ever getting caught up here. Back in the 80s, I guess they were caught, but just don't. So it was the actuator, Mike. It had a hole in it. Mm, I mean, they're hit a lot because you got a lot of people, but I don't think they're the hardest. I wouldn't say they're the hardest hit, Don, because up here too, every lake that is covered with people, I don't like to sound like an anti-people, but I am. If there's a bunch of people on a lake, it's a guarantee that that lake is gonna have issues, okay? A lot of people dump their sewage in the lake illegally. A lot of people do the chemical lawn thing, that they'll fog for mosquitoes. All that stuff is gonna end up in the lake if you live on the lake. It's not gonna magically stay in your yard, right? People just don't realize that. So it's not just the Southeast. I get what you're saying, but it's everywhere. I mean, I don't know how to fight it. People are stupid in general. It's just they don't keep conservation in their mind, man. There's too many people out there that just don't think about it. So I don't know. I don't know. I get what you're trying to do, and I am totally for it, but I don't know how to help with that. I'm going to get off of here, guys. It is after my time. I'm finishing up a pile of lures. So, again, thank you everybody that got on tonight and helped out. I appreciate you. Again, I'll be fishing hard all week, I'll travel a couple different counties. So, hopefully, you guys enjoy my content. And again, thanks for helping me hit 8,000, guys. That was a big, awesome thing. I'm super excited about that. And I will chat with you guys next weekend. Thanks again, and I love you guys.